Wir fahren jetzt entlang der australischen Küste immer noch und befinden uns jetzt im Bereich des Great Barrier Reefs. Unter uns ist das Wasser nicht mehr tausende Meter tief, wie noch draußen im Ozean, sondern manchmal 100 Meter oder weniger. Und deswegen ist Well jetzt der wichtigste Mann an Bord. Sogar der Captain verlässt sich auf sein Urteil, denn er ist Riff-Lotse. Well, what is your job here on board of MS Astor?
I'm an advisor to the captain when we are inside reef waters, and also not just here in the Great Barrier Reef, but also in Papua New Guinea waters.
How do you operate? What instruments do you use?
I use all the navigational equipment that they have on the bridge, plus my own electronic charts which I carry on a laptop computer.
For me, all the water surface looks the same.
Yes.
How do you know where it's safe to go?
Well, the charts here, the area has been very well charted over many years, and so we have very accurate charts, so we know from the charts where we can go and where we cannot go.
So you always stay on the bridge?
Most of the time, I'm always on the bridge for course alterations,
What
but
happens?
obviously I have to have a rest
Yeah,
from time to
that's
time.
right.
So I have short rests, 2-3 hour rests, only when the ship is going in a straight line.
And so, since we're standing here, you can still see, so we're still safe,
Oh yes,
right?
yes. Well, we have today, fortunately, where we are now, we have a very long straight stretch now for about 120 miles before the next alteration.
So you're an expert on this area.
Yes.
How can you know such a vast area like the Great Barrier Reef? I mean, it's 2,000 kilometers or more, right?
Yes. It's just experience. I've been a pilot for 25 years, and before that I was a captain of a ship in the reef, travelling through the reef area for 6 years, but have been at sea a total of 44 years now. So I have spent a lot of my life in the Barrier Reef.
Why is it necessary to have a pilot on board in this area?
Because when a ship gets into shallow and narrow waters, the risk to the ship increases, and it's been determined by people in authority that there must be someone there who has local knowledge.
Do many accidents happen here on the reef when there's no pilot on board?
Not many now, but there were some years ago, yes. Before it became compulsory to carry the pilot in certain areas, then there were accidents, yes.
So the ship just goes onto a reef, corals, and then it shells? Or how does it work, like an accident?
An accident, well, in a reef accident, coral is fairly soft, so the main risk is damage to the coral. And many people say, oh well, it's only a little bit of coral, but if there was too much of it broken, well, we'd start to destroy the reef. But usually a ship doesn't hole itself on the reef because it's fairly soft and there's sand around the coral. But it has happened, yes, it has happened.
You say danger to the coral, so you know the Great Barrier Reef fairly well.
Yes.
Do you see changes, climate change effects on the reef?
Yes, there's a slowly evolving change. We don't see the big wet seasons like we used to see 25-30 years ago, although just recently we've had a major wet season. But,
yeah, we heard about it.
But over the period of the years, the reef, yes, the climate is gradually changing. Yes, yeah, as I say, less, not such severe wet seasons, but then we do have more severe cyclones when we have the cyclone or typhoon, as you may know.
We already experienced a cyclone close to the coast, yes.
Near New Caledonia.
Yes,
New Caledonia.
we hope that won't happen too much in future.
Whilst I'm here, I can assure you we won't be experiencing any cyclones.
Thank you. Now I feel safe. We won't go onto corals and we won't have a cyclone, he promised. Vielen Dank, Well. Ich danke ihm und es war sehr interessant. It was very interesting to talk to you.
Okay, thank you.
Bye
Pleasure.
bye.
All right, that's good.